The 3 different glitches this week, let's just up some, because if you're not affected by British Gas, you might be M&S and you certainly will be TalkTalk. So somebody's going to be covered by one of those. British Gas has contacted people by email, 2,200 customers. If you get a phone call from someone, we said this the other day, if you get a phone call from someone purporting to be from British Gas or TalkTalk or M&S, asking for your banking details, asking for personal details, asking for passwords, don't give them anything, because that's not how they're approaching people. Right, OK, so British Gas have emailed people. They specify that no banking details were given out. TalkTalk, again, they say the details that were given out that were stolen were not enough for anyone to access bank accounts. M&S, similarly, their customers, they say their bank accounts are safe. But still, it's very, very worrying. This is the wake-up call. OK?
So what can you do?
I think we've all been very complacent up until now. I confess, me too. I shop online the whole time, more or less the same password in slightly different guises for all the shops. Last year, some 600,000 Britons had their personal details stolen from a company.
600,000?
That's quite a lot. The Office for National Statistics says there are approximately 5.1 million incidents of fraud in the last 12 months.
So what they'll do is they'll take your information and use it, and this is a good idea to keep an eye on your bank statements to see if any little bits of money are going out, that kind of thing.
We're not that good. We're lazy because we want to do things quickly, and that's why we shop on the internet. So we use the same password for everything, and we don't check our bank statements. And if you don't do either, if you are guilty of those 2 things, then you are very, very exposed. And you are going to, at some point over the next 12 months, have your details stolen. And you may have money stolen, you may be the victim of some kind of fraud.
Does it not matter? Is that because the details are going to get stolen and then they're going to steal? Because I have a very spurious email password, particularly for that reason. I don't, you know, but if that's stolen, then it doesn't matter how spurious it is because they've actually got access to it.
They've got access to it, yes. But if they don't steal, it's having all those elements at once. If they have your name and your mother's maiden name, and they don't know your password, but they have access to your Facebook account or your Instagram account or your Twitter account, they can soon find out the name of your first pet, the place where you were born. We're putting too much out there.
So what's your advice then?
OK, top 5 tips. Number 1, limit the amount of personal information that is out there. Stop being quite so free and easy with your personal information on social media. Names of pets, places of birth, you don't need to share to that extent. Also, don't switch off facial recognition, because otherwise you're linked to a friend's site, and then you're spreading your net much, much wider, so you're exposing yourself much wider. Use different passwords for everything you do. That's the tough one.
Alice, that is the tough one, because there's just so many, and it's trying to remember which ones do what.
Then you'll end up writing them down and putting them in your purse, and then somebody will find them.
Or you do something clever. OK, so think of a phrase. This morning is my favourite programme.
That's a very good phrase.
Yes.
TMIMFP. OK? So say in small letters, this is my password, by the way, I was 37 when I had my children. So let's stick the number 37 on the end. Then I want this to be for my Amazon account. So I'm going to put the capital A, 3rd letter from the end. OK? So I'm going to use that same TMIMFP, capital A in the middle, 37. What kind of a random password is that?
Yeah, but you've just told us but if they steal the password, they've got the password.
Well, they won't get your password.
I like the individual thing.
You've got to make it different for everything.
That is a clever way of doing it, because then you will remember.
Think of a phrase, because at the moment, you know, I'm always resetting my password. Right. Every time I go onto things, I'm resetting passwords.
Because you're being safe, or because you're forgetting them?
No, because I'm forgetting them. Because I've got different passwords for everything, and I'm too terrified to write them down.
Yeah.
So that's the way to do it.